Hi everyone, I hope you all. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into XRP once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So there's something that's happening here that's really, really uncanny. To be honest with you, I don't see anyone else talking about this, but it's sort of mirroring last year. To be fair, around about April the 5th, I think. If we drop a vertical line in here, Alt V like that, okay, and you can see if we switch over to the left here, I have spoken about this earlier in the week. Last week, I think Thursday, I made a video for you. If we drop a horizontal line in there, Alt H on your computer, on your keyboard, basically, and you come down in this fashion, you're coiling up on the EMAs, and you run into resistance. Once you broke that high just there, look at the explosive break for XRP, okay? At that point, when it broke this high, okay, after this low, you start to come back down, you're holding the EMAs, you're coiling up, running into resistance, you broke that high, what happened? XRP absolutely exploded, and look what the day was when it did that. It was April the 5th. I mean, look at that, April the 5th last year, right now. And if we take a look, okay, you've got this sort of ascending triangle, you've got this level of resistance and level of support, you're calling up, you're calling up, you're calling up, and at that point you broke out, okay? So, you know, XRP, I'm not saying exactly it'll do it on the April the 5th here, but it is sort of running into this apex right now, around about the same time this year, April the 5th, and you've got a very similar pattern. You're coming up the stairs here, you've made your low, you've run into the high there, and you're coming up, you're holding the EMAs, you've had a bit of a push there on resistance and come back for support, but look where your support was, you know, of that correction the other day that we went through, and there's just people taking profit of what happens, okay? But right now, you know, look, people taking profit there, people taking profit there, people taking profit there, but you know, it's beautiful. You're coming up the stairs and you're holding the EMAs. So for me, technically, XRP is looking relatively bullish. You're calling up under this high, you ran into it, you come back to support, and you're calling up, trying to come up and attack it. You get rejected there, and that's where you come back down into support. The support's held, which is multiple support. You've got the 55 EMA in a buy and go to the beach. Like I said to you, you get overextended, you come back into the EMAs as support, golden entry point. And at that point, you know, you've got this trend line as well, which is the ascending trend line, which is the basically ascending triangle that you're calling up inside of here, looking to break. Because I think that once you break this level of resistance just there for XRP, this high, okay, once you start to come up and get above that, you can see April the 5th, it could be uncannily. It's like April the 5th last year, we broke out and we make that 1618 target. There's a potential right here you could break out quite, you know, impulsively and start to really, really push here for XRP. And like I said, you know, April and May could be a very, very bullish month here for XRP, and we could absolutely explode in the month of April and May. So, you know, good luck everyone. You know, there's no guarantees, remember that. But once XRP starts to come up here and breaks this level of resistance just there on a daily, I don't necessarily think that this is a key level of resistance. It might be, you know, that you might run into it and coil up again on this neckline, but I do think that once you start to see XRP closing above 0.87533, I think you're looking at a nice impulsive break, you know, and a continuation of this trend which you're in, which is an uptrend. So you've essentially bottomed out here, you've come up, you're back above the EMAs on the daily, which you need to be, and you're coiling up towards the apex. I mean, it could obviously go beyond this green line, and there's 5th of April right here, coil up really close to the apex before you do get the breakout. Who knows? But wouldn't it be funny if we get a breakout on April the 5th, and exactly like we did last year? Because, you know, XRP absolutely exploded last year on April the 5th, which I remember really well, because I was making videos for you lot then, and I was saying, look, it's coming up to this resistance, pretty much exactly what I'm saying right now. You know, once you break this resistance just there, XRP is going to explode. Go back to the videos. I should really get a cut of the video, because I know at this point, this particular breakout and this point of contact here where we ran into that resistance, it won me so many subscribers, okay, because I absolutely nailed it, nailed the call. It was a huge trade from there. It was a monster trade of around about 200%. I remember it really, really well, okay? And at that point, you got overextended, you're on the 1618, and this is how it all works, okay? Impulsive and corrective waves, because this is exactly what you're doing. You're coming up impulsively and correctively, and right now, providing XRP can hold this low that you've created here, because this is a higher low than last year, this is technically bullish price action, and people don't understand it, and they think that XRP is in a bear market. Now, to get the confirmation of a bear market, you have to create the bear market structure where you lose the foundation that you've created. Do you understand that? And that's bear market structure. And at that point, yeah, you are in a bear market. You've been in a bear market since you put the top in there and you're rolling over. But right now, there's a massive probability here, a massive chance that XRP is going to break out. And when it breaks out, you're going to take these highs out with, you know, no problem. Because look, this is what you did here. Look, you've got that high there, and what happened? You called up, you was coming up to it like that, calling up, essentially the same sort of scenario. It doesn't look it, but you've got your high, you've got your high, you've got your low, and then you've got your lower high. Look, you've got your low, and then you've got your lower high, and right now you're calling up, Maria, you're calling up, but it's just longer, okay? So it's not exactly mirroring this price action, but what happened when you broke that high just here, which is basically this high where you are right now, you're calling up, and you break that high as well, boom, you explode. You know, that high is not resistance. This high potentially is not going to be resistance, because look at the price action here. You melted faces, you coil up above this high, and then you absolutely put in the 1618. I do apologise about the state of my drawings, but yeah, I mean, XRP is doing everything it needs to get to these forecasts and these price targets, because down here in this correction, if I switch to the weekly time frame, sorry, if I look at the weekly here, I would have been saying exactly the same thing. I was saying the same thing last year. Okay, we're going to go to that, and people didn't believe me. I've got my targets here. I've got the white line there for 50. You've got 844, you've got 1363, and you've got almost $27 up there, okay, which are forecasts of this channel, and there will be for a very long time, providing you can keep doing what you're doing, is slowly but surely moving up the stairs here for XRP and doing something like that. I do anticipate that $27 will be met, okay, especially in my lifetime. Possibly this cycle, who knows where crypto's going in this cycle. Nobody knows, do they? So right now, XRP, if I drop the drawings out, you can see you're above the EMAs, okay. This is a bit of an indecisive candle at the moment. We do need to see a breakout and a close above that level there to make this green, which is nice bullish continuation pattern. Like I said to you, this potentially, you've got a wave 1, you've got a wave 2, and right now this is potentially some kind of wave 3, and we could be looking at a breakout by today or tomorrow, and this candle turns really green and starts to come up, and with that you're going to see this massive push here, pretty much like this. You're getting above DMAs, you're falling back into support, and you're breaking out. Okay, do you see that? So yeah, I think that XRP is looking pretty tasty, pretty bullish, and this is how we're doing my forecast basically from here to here. I would have been saying exactly the same. Look, you're going to run to the 1618 just there, which we did. Okay, I do apologise about the state of the drawings. From that low to this high, you corona dump just there. Would have dropped the fibs on and says, look, you're looking at 1618 minimal, take profit. Boom, met it. Do you see that? Ran up 1618. Deep retracement, found support, retracing to this low. At that point, you're breaking out there, okay? And I would have said the same thing as I was anyway when I'm making the videos. This is when I'm making the videos around about here for you lot, okay? Saying you're coiling up, you're holding support, you're above DMAs, you're looking for a 1618 impulsive break off this low and this high, and you can see, look, we ran up and we absolutely met it on the dollar just there in the cent off that break there and this low. You impulsively broke it, and when you broke it, boom, 1618 target met 197, and all you've done in this sort of chop in this mess is come back to this low. So essentially all you've done here, you put in the high, you retraced, okay, to that like you did here, you caught up like you did there, okay, and then you broke out. And right now we're looking to break out, and once we break out, we break that high, boom, you're on that white line, aren't you, for XRP, because that's the next 1618 target. And it met it quite quickly last April as well. So look, I've dropped my fibs on here and I can show you pretty much, boom, look, you see that, there's that high, there's that low, and you got your 150, the 1618 around about $4.43, $4.50. We're trying to get that a bit more precise for you, move that white line. So yeah, you're looking around about $4.54, and XRP, when it broke this level of resistance here, like it did last year on April the 5th, it absolutely melted faces. I think within a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, it had actually come up to the 1618. So, there is a potential by the end of April we do explode here and we meet that 1618, and then we start to correct. Or who knows, who knows? No one's got a crystal ball. But it's all about breaking out here, breaking this resistance, falling back to support, coming back up, moving up through the fibs will actually be more healthier than sort of having that big blow off top type run, because you can see the kind of long drawn out correction comes when you get them big, huge impulsive moves like that, okay? Like I said to you, the bulls go up the stairs and the bears come out the window. You don't want to see rocket ships, because rocket ships usually followed by big corrections. I mean, look, when you're taking off in space, what comes? You come back for support, and it takes longer for that support because of the rocket ship that it took to get up to that. So this is nice. Potentially we've been in this big wave 4 correction, and right now we could be in a nice sort of long drawn out wave 5 impulse here, taking us up to these targets up here. Who knows? But so far so good. XRP is looking pretty tasty. We're looking for the breakout at that level of resistance. It's looking pretty tasty for continuation. And April the 5th, if it breaks out then, amazing, because that's exactly what we did last year. Take care everyone, back to another update on XRP. Stay off, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.